time. Let's go, fellas.
Bebop and b-ball, horns and hoops. A national championship amid all that jazz. On one team, a coach's son pursuing a lifelong dream. On the other team, a dominating center who's carried his team to new heights. One man is a coaching legend who's won 2 national titles. The other is hoping to win his first. Tonight from the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, this is the NCAA Basketball Championship. Party atmosphere tonight in New Orleans as March Madness reaches its climax. And good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Nantz. Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Championship. You know, there are 290 Division I men's basketball programs across the country. 64 of those squads were selected to take part in this 3-week tournament. And tonight, only 2 remain, Syracuse and Indiana. And in just a few moments, they'll vie for the most coveted award in college basketball, the NCAA Championship Trophy. Now, to help set the stage for tonight's title game, let's go to my colleague, James Brown.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. You know, first-year players could play a significant role in the outcome of tonight's game. Joby Wright, the assistant coach at Indiana, said that while most people are focusing on Steve Alford, that Dean Garrett in his first year of major college ball, his efforts will be crucial. He's had good games against quality centers, and Ronnie Cycle, he certainly is a quality center. Freshman Derek Coleman of Syracuse, on the other hand, has had an outstanding NCAA tournament. He told me he feels very confident he can continue his strong rebounding and scoring. And when you think it was just last year that a first-year player, Purvis Ellison, led his team to the NCAA title and the MVP trophy. Will history repeat itself? We'll find out as the game unfolds. Jim?
All right, thank you, James. And who can forget that it was a freshman by the name of Michael Jordan who hit the game-winning shot for North Carolina in this very arena 5 years ago. Right now, it's time to introduce the 2 gentlemen who will be calling the action from midcourt, Brent Musburger and Billy Packer.
Thank you very much, Jim Nantz, and good evening, everybody. You know, we have 2 schools with rich basketball traditions here, Indiana and Syracuse. It's somewhat hard to believe they have never played each other in the sport. Now, we also have a coaching story unfolding here tonight. Bob Knight, the head coach of the Hoosiers, trying to win his 3rd championship. He has never lost in a title game. On the other side, Jim Boeheim. He is trying to win for Syracuse their first championship ever as a school. He is a 4-point underdog. Now, Billy Packer, one of the great individual matchups that we have to talk about. Some great guard play coming everybody's way tonight.
Well, Brent, you can't get to this point in the tournament without great guard play. Both teams have it, and particularly in 2 individuals. Steve Alford from Indiana, a guy who's extremely patient. He's the senior. He's a great outside shooter, constantly moves without the ball. On the other side, you have the impatient athlete, a super athlete in Sherman Douglas. He has the ball in his hands all the time. He's a street fighter, a great athlete. He'll probably go right after Alford defensively.
Well, Billy, we need to find out something about the strategy that these 2 coaches are going to employ, and here's what they had to say to us.
Defensively, we've got to do a job of being aware of where Alford is, try to limit him. You can't let him go off and get 30. If he does, that's a killer.
They get the ball down quickly, they get it into position to shoot it and rebound it. Their inside game's very tough, and they've got good penetration to set that up.
We have to do a good job inside on the boards. That's an area that we have a strength in right now.
I think foul trouble either way is a key. I think that our ability to get the ball into offensive operating areas for our scorers is important.
We're not going to get the opportunity of the fast break basket against Indiana. We're going to have to execute in the half-court game, which we've done well this year. but is not our strong point.
And Billy, how would you break it down?
Well, I think there are going to be a couple of keys to this ball game tonight. The first thing is the matchup dilemma Syracuse has. Who do they put on Steve Alford when they go man-to-man? I think they'll start with a little zone, but when they go man-to-man, is it going to be Douglas that chases the man? That's going to be extremely important. On the other hand, I think Syracuse has an edge inside. They have superior people in regard to physical quality in Cycli and Coleman. That's going to be a tough matchup for Bobby Knight. And the third thing, a big advantage for Indiana. Both teams go to the foul line a lot, but Indiana has great superiority from that line.
All right, Billy, we're about to crown another champion here in the Louisiana Superdome. We'll bring down the curtain on another great college season.
CBS Sports presents NCAA basketball. Tonight's national championship game is sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, Today Chevrolet. Mass Mutual, we insure more than lives, we insure success. And by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
Indiana at forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 20, Rick Calloway. For Syracuse at forward, a 6'5" senior from Syracuse, New York, number 25, Howard Trick. For Indiana at forward, a 6'7" senior from Westchester, Illinois, number 24, Darrell Thomas. For Syracuse at center, a 6'10" junior from Athens, Greece, number 4, Ronnie Cycli. For Indiana at center, a 6'10" junior from San Clemente, California, number 22, Dean Garrett. For Syracuse at guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Washington, D.C., number 20, Sherman Douglas. For Indiana at guard, a 6'2" senior from Newcastle, Indiana, number 12, Steve Alford. For Syracuse at guard, a 6'3" senior from Rochester, New York, number 11, Greg Monroe. For Indiana at guard, a 6'1" junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 23, Keith Smart. And now introducing the head coaches. For Syracuse in his 11th season, Jim Boeheim. For Indiana in his 16th season, Bob Knight.
So it's coming up, Indiana and Syracuse for the national championship.